Welcome back to the Largely Garbage Podcast, or just welcome if you haven't listened to anything, or if we release this as a first episode. But I'm Ryan. This is my co-host, RJ.
What's up, everyone?
Yep, that's my boy. I got some pretty exciting shit and some discussions, and it is Reddit stories. I'm well aware that there are a couple podcasts that do this already, and they are kind of the inspiration for this. So shout out Smosh Reads Reddit Stories and Two Hot Takes. One of these stories I did hear on one of those. I think it was Smosh, and it was so fucking outrageous that I wanted to hear your input on it. And I feel like most of Reddit, if we continue this series, it's just gonna be us hating on other men for the most part.
It's true,
because men are
we
terrible.
hate men.
Well, I mean, with me and you, we both grew up in households just chock full of women and nobody else.
That's true.
Like, I've got 3
17
sisters.
of them.
You've got 2 sisters and a mom, and you were kind of the man of the house for a lot of it because your dad was deployed for a good amount. You know, he was underway for a while.
Right.
We've both got whiskey, and we are pretty. I'm very excited for the Reddit stories. I love Reddit stories. Are you new to
I'm
Reddit?
excited to hear what you have.
Are you new to Reddit?
Am I new to Reddit?
Yes. Like,
Sure.
outside of like what you've probably seen on TikTok with the Subway Surfers or the Minecraft parkour and the AI reading the Reddit story in the background. But like, have you listened to a podcast where they read Reddit stories or read one yourself?
No. I'd say I'm pretty new to Reddit. For those that don't know, I'm a colored man.
Yes. Forgot
I
about
don't
that.
spend a lot of time on Reddit.
My bad. Didn't mean to. I'm sitting here with my fuck Trump hat on, and anyways, I am going. So the first story that I have from Reddit is the most basic of basic Reddit stories that you can find. This is about every other relationship advice. Like, if a man is asking for relationship advice on Reddit, it's this, like 50-60% of the time. You ready?
Yeah.
This comes from r/am I wrong. We're gonna read a couple from r/am I the asshole, r/relationship advice. They're just very, very common subreddits. So this one's come from Am I Wrong? Am I wrong for presenting the idea of sleeping with other people to my wife? That's the title. Already, I think you can see where it's going.
No.
Okay.
I'd say no.
First off, the ages is crazy. Not the age difference.
Well, hold on.
Hold
Yeah, let me let you.
Okay,
finish.
ready? My wife, 19 female, and I, 21 male, have been together for 4 years and just... okay, sorry. If I stutter or read wrong, these Reddit stories are riddled with typos.
Yeah, I could.
Like, this just says, for 4 years and just loved in together last week. So, okay. Just prepare for me to stutter and not read it right. Okay. Just moved in together last week. She recently put in her 2 weeks at her job due to unhealthy work environment with coworkers and has been diagnosed with OCD and anxiety since a child. So, of course, she's been under a little bit of stress lately. I have always had a higher sex drive, and this is not the first time we found ourselves on awkward grounds in the bedroom. I've been loyal the whole relationship and have no doubt that she has as well. She also takes her medicine for her OCD, which lowers her sex drive. So often, I am left with unmet needs. We have talked about this many times before, and even mentioned the idea a few times in the past, but never went ahead with it, because I know she isn't fully comfortable with it, which is important to me. I was in a bit of an aggravated mood since this morning, and when she asked me why, I explained it to her thoroughly and said that there were only 3 options from here. I can just deal with her low sex drive, in parentheses, not doing that, masturbate, not doing that either, or sleep with other women, because I don't want her to feel like she's forced to have sex if she doesn't want to. I just don't know what to do. Am I wrong?
So, I changed my answer. I was going to say no.
See,
Initially.
okay, presenting the idea is the healthy way to go about it instead of just doing it. Or she says no.
But he already presented the idea multiple times.
They've talked about it, and she's uncomfortable. So that means let it go.
Let it go, yeah.
Right.
Either let it go or let her go. This relationship is over.
And 19 and 21, being able to bring that up that early, like that young, and just saying like, hey, we should explore something like this. That takes a lot of emotional maturity to be able to bring something like that up. You know, like a lot of people would just do it. You know, a 21-year-old with a 19-year-old that's married already. I'm surprised he didn't just cheat and tell her after, like, oh, we should do an open relationship, like something like that.
Well, I don't know about that. You know, let's not, guys.
Okay, I'm not gonna generalize 21-year-old men. I've been 21 before, but I also have not always been the best man. You know, like, so I'm not.
True, me either. But
right,
I've never cheated.
Right,
that I've never done.
So, I just loved. The only reason I picked this one is because I loved the. There are only 3 options from here. I can just deal with her low sex drive, not doing that. Masturbate, not doing that either. Or sleep with other women.
You can't masturbate?
Here's the thing, is that's how I'm going to present things from now on, is be like, you've got 3 options, 2 of which I'm not fucking doing. It's so funny to me. Of just, like, here's a bunch of options, and we're going with this one.
Yeah, this is it.
It's so
This is
funny.
what I'm gonna do, and this is what you probably wanted me to do. But
Right.
I'm not going to do that.
Which, you know, option 1, deal with her low sex drive. And marriages, they said they've been together for 4 years. And he just has a higher sex drive, and she's taking meds which lower his sex drive. He doesn't explain how often they're having sex.
Right.
Because, like, that could be a big difference of, like, people that are like, I have a high sex drive, and we only fuck, like, twice a week. It's crazy. Like, he doesn't explain that. And he also doesn't respond to any, of these comments. Because usually, he does actually respond to comments. And I don't see...
What questions did people ask?
Well, the top comment... with 136 upvotes, this is a pretty unpopular, like, post. Like, it hasn't really gotten a whole lot of traction. I found it. I dug a little deep for it. This just says, your marriage is cooked. Sooner you accept it, the better. That's all.
That's it. That's it. I gotta be honest.
That's all it is.
It's over with. But...
this comment here, I can just deal with her low sex drive. Parentheses, not doing that. Masturbate, not doing that either. Or sleep with other women. Wow, what a wonderful husband you are. Do her a favor and end it so she can find someone who actually respects her. And OP...
I have to agree.
If you're new to Reddit, there's a couple terms. OP means original poster. So I will say OP a lot, okay? Well, for the other people, you know?
Right.
Because we are kind of talking to each other, but we might someday be talking to other people.
It's true.
All right. And they responded, I didn't say I'm going to do it without her being comfortable with it. It's either that or end things between us because I don't want her to have sex with me if she doesn't want to. That's why I thought I'd just find someone who does want to when I'm in the mood, and she's not. Her consent is important to me. Ah, yes. Ultimatums are always the way to go in a relationship. Either you let me fuck other women, or we're done. So you can fuck other women. Right? Like, that's
can fuck other women,
crazy.
yeah.
Just fuck other women.
Just like, no, because what he's really saying is, can I please keep you while I fuck other women?
Right, but he doesn't mind not keeping her. So why not just end it because she doesn't want
leave.
It. Just leave.
Right.
Yeah,
because he does mind. He's saying he doesn't mind.
Here's the thing though. He doesn't bring this up, which I want them to bring this up every single time just so that people can really see how much assholes they are. What if she started sleeping with other people too?
Right.
How do you think he would feel?
He would probably be pissed.
Because
this guy
because he's only
he's
suggesting because of her low sex drive. So
if she starts to explore it at the same thing that he's doing, he's gonna realize, oh, she just didn't want to fuck me. like
Yeah, this relationship is over.
it's over.
Let's be
It's
honest.
over. Like, and also, I mean, 19 and 21. That is not a bad. That is probably prime time to find something new. Like, you're so.
But to the
young.
point, and the root of the question, is he the asshole?
Yeah.
Is he?
Well, okay.
I mean, I would say yes, but
Here,
I would
I
think
actually-
it's an obvious yes.
I-
But I'm feeling.
I think yes, he is the asshole. I do. I mean, I don't want to just give somebody credit for not cheating because you're not supposed to. You know, like, yay, you tied your shoes today. Like, that's kind of how it feels to be like, oh my god, he didn't cheat. He's not an asshole. No, but he presented her with the idea because he's unhappy, and he's like, here's something that would make me happy. If it makes you uncomfortable, we won't do it. But I do think it's grounds for breaking up. That is the right way to go about it. I think. I mean, if you're straight up like, if you're unhappy, you should leave. Especially if you're only 21 years old, dude. Like, it's not that big a deal. Yeah, you're married, but you're 19 and 21. You guys don't know who the fuck you are yet. I don't know who the fuck I am yet, and I'm 25.
Right.
So, like, and also, like, high
Especially
school
as a man, like I feel like we never really grow up, or
Right.
we're continuously growing
right.
for the rest of our lives.
And high school
that's
sweethearts
everyone.
getting married usually doesn't work out.
That's
Again,
true.
you probably wanted to be the exception and be the, uncommon couple that makes it out, but like it
Right.
doesn't always work that way, and it's for a reason, because in high school, your high school self versus your 20-year-old self versus your 30-year-old self are going to be
Completely different people.
it's
Right.
your DNA might not even match. Like, it's not because you're so different than when you were. Like, it's not comparable.
The things you go through, the experience. And that's
Honestly,
another
yeah.
thing between their relationship for this specific scenario. Their experience is completely different from a 21-year-old and a 19-year-old. The experience itself is it's completely different.
Right. I mean, I will give them. I mean, they've spent the last 4 years together. I don't know how long they've been
Yeah.
married, and I don't know if it means like they've been married for a certain amount of time, but together for this amount of time.
Right.
They've known each other for this amount of time. Blah, whatever. They might have known each other since like 6th grade. It doesn't explain a whole lot. Again, this is a pretty not
Right.
popular post, and usually the really popular ones, you'll see people like responding, giving a lot of detail. Because people are asking questions and they're answering the questions. But people are just kind of ripping into him, and he's just responding to people ripping into him.
Because
Um,
to the obvious eye, right, it's just leave, To the practical person.
Oh,
That's
okay.
why we're on Twitter.
I've got a little context. So he must have responded to somebody, and somebody made a comment. Apparently, they've only been married for 6 months.
Okay.
And this comment is very, very good. Why did you get married 6 months ago knowing that you two are not sexually compatible?
Correct.
You need to get a dissolution. And then the OP just says, because she's the sweetest, most caring person I've ever met, and I'd like her to have our children one day because I think she'd be a great mother.
Oh, this guy
Now-
sucks.
A lot of people hate to admit that sex is important. Like, is that important in relationships? Like,
Why are people afraid of that?
I don't know why people are afraid of it, but I saw this.
But you're right. Yeah.
There was this Reddit story about this guy who told his partner that he wanted to wait till marriage, and she was okay with it, and she did it, and they never did anything sexual. She's never seen him naked, and then they got married, and it was because he had a micro penis. It wasn't any religious thing. He was just like, I'm just old fashioned. And then later he admitted, he's like, I thought you would leave me. She's like, we're not compatible. Like, and this isn't something that I can't work with. I can, she was actually very supportive. Afterwards, once she found out, she actually stayed with him. But like, you guys should not get married if you don't know that you are sexually compatible. Because when you're not satisfied 15 years from now, a lot of people step out because
You're gonna have regrets. Nobody
Yeah.
wants regrets.
I'm not saying you will step out because I don't know what kind
Right.
of person you are, but you're more likely to. If you're not being satisfied at home, you're going to get it somewhere else, or you're going to break up so that you can get it somewhere else. It's just you should know.
You should just if you're not satisfied in any way and you're not okay with it, you know what to do.
Now,
That's
here's
all I'm
the
gonna say.
here this actually begs a little bit of a question: is how early in a relationship? I mean, like me and you, we were single for a long time and we were pretty sexually active. How early
Okay.
into dating somebody do you have sex?
It depends on the couple. Everything's subjective when it comes to relationships. Um,
I mean, as
you
long
know,
as you're
maybe
safe.
first night, maybe, yeah, as long as you're safe and as long as it's consensual, people.
Well,
That's the
obviously,
word of the day.
right? That's the
Is
consent
well,
is the
you
word
would
of
think
the
it's
year.
obvious, but yeah, that's the word of forever.
I honestly think that you should, if you're getting to know somebody, that's a really big thing. Obviously, if you don't want to just sling it around to anybody, you go on dates with, that's fine. Wait a couple dates and everything. But if you're getting to know somebody and you're seeing if you're compatible, that's important too. So you should probably see if you're sexually compatible as well. That might be having sex, or it might be just having a conversation about it just to see.
Right.
Like,
There are some people who it literally doesn't matter to.
right.
And then people with religious beliefs and everything, but I do think it's important
Yes, I think
to
that you should at least know. Like, waiting till marriage, there's nothing
yeah,
wrong
to
with that.
know.
But waiting till marriage
Yeah.
doesn't mean that you don't talk about it. It still needs to
Right.
be a conversation.
I think the conversation has to be had.
Right. Like, obviously, if you're both virgin, you don't know what you want. You know what you might be into, like what videos you might watch or masturbate to or whatever the fuck it is. But you have an idea of what you might be into. That's a conversation that needs to happen before you guys get into it. Because
Porn talk on day one.
porn talk, yeah. I mean, briefly, but like not crazy.
Briefly,
but, yeah,
we're not going.
it's just
on a tangent
it's
about
important. But
Yeah.
he is wrong. He is the asshole.
Fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy.
I hope he's doing good. How long ago was that?
This was 15 days ago. He posted.
Oh
This.
yeah, kid.
They're.
Grow
I
up,
mean,
kid. You'll be all right.
yeah, he'll figure it out. I'm sure. All right, moving on. This one I relate to, and I actually disagree with the verdict. So this comes from r/Am I the Asshole, and Am I the Asshole? The moderators will actually pin the word either asshole or not the asshole on the actual post, like as the verdict and and if it's funny because if people don't accept their verdicts and their judgments and they just keep arguing about it, the moderators will just ban them.
Oh,
I think that's hilarious. But this one is funny
That is.
because I relate to it a little bit. Am I the asshole for standing up to elderly at Golden Corral?
What? Why do you relate to that?
Oh, you'll see. Okay. So me and my fiance are at Golden Corral with her parents. We're in line to get food. There was hardly a quote-unquote line, as there weren't many people there. It's a Golden Corral. There's this old couple who looked to be in their 80s ahead of us. I noticed a gap in the line and decided to get the broccoli that was right there in the gap before going back to my table. I go in and say, "Excuse me, just going to get this real quick. Sorry." The old woman, noticeably annoyed, said, "Excuse me?" And cutting in lines now, huh? I ignored her both times. The old man then chimes in and says, "They just let anyone cut in line now, huh?" in a very rude manner. That is when I say to them, "Mind your own business." And then I left. My fiance is upset with me because I wasn't, quote, respecting my elders and, quote, being the bigger person. I explain I wasn't rude at the beginning or the aggressor. She was very upset with me because I should never be rude to old people or try to stand up for myself against the elderly, especially since we were at dinner with her parents and they could have easily come up to our table to embarrass me in front of her parents. Am I the asshole for telling them to mind your own business?
No.
Right.
No, what the fuck?
That's
Fuck
what I
those
say.
old guys.
Mind
Yeah,
your
you're right,
business
you're right.
is my whole life
Mind your fucking
philosophy.
Yeah. I
your
think
business.
everybody on the planet would be much better off if people minded their business.
That's what I'm saying.
People in
So-
America,
And also,
oh man, we
I
thrive.
I'm sorry. I am so against the rhetoric of we can never be mean to old people. Old people have been around longer than us, which means they should know better than to
And
piss
sometimes
me
they do.
off. Like,
And they know they're doing something wrong.
right?
They're
Because
like,
they're like, I'm
like
old.
children, almost like babies. Like, hey,
Yeah.
you know you can't do that. And they're like, why not? I'm old. It's like,
Yeah.
buddy.
Buddy, you can catch hands too. Like that, you are not safe.
Right.
But I love this story just because of the mind your business and the, you should never be rude to the elderly. The elderly are some of the rudest people I've ever met. Random elderly. Obviously, like, I know a lot of old people in my own family, and I know old people that are very nice and very sweet. But, like, old people that are strangers, I feel like are, like, 40% absolute dickheads. The rest of them can be pretty nice.
Yeah.
But, like, I will be mean back. I don't care how old you are. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah,
What are you
bro.
going to do?
You're not safe.
What are you going to do?
You're not exempt from
Yeah,
getting some flashback.
I love this story. I just love that he's just politely like, I'm just gonna grab this broccoli. You guys are, and they're like, there's a gap in the line. It's not hurting anybody for him to go in and scoop, unless he grabbed like the last of the broccoli,
Right.
But also, I mean,
Even then, it's like, too slow, bitch. I'm sorry.
Right.
I don't know.
and you're at Golden Corral.
Right.
I think you're all assholes anyway.
They'll
just
bring
for-
some more out.
You're
in,
all
like,
the
15
asshole.
minutes.
You're all the asshole for being at Golden Corral.
Right.
Like, so asshole on the post makes sense. I agree with him in the post. If this was at like a Chinese buffet, I'd be like, he's not the asshole, but he's at Golden Corral, so he's an asshole.
Jesus.
Yeah,
I
that
don't
one
think
just
he's
made me giggle a little bit.
He had to, he had to defend his honor at some point. Right?
Yeah.
It's like, why are you cracking jokes, old man?
Right.
The fuck is funny?
Fuck out of here. Okay, so I grabbed this one specifically for you. This next one.
Okay.
And I don't know why. I just thought that you would get a kick out of this for some reason. For somebody who's been in the dating scene for a while. Like you obviously you came out of a relationship, but you've been a single man longer than you've been in a relationship man. I believe at least.
That's true.
So I think that this one you might find funny. First off, again, ages in this is insane.
Oh no.
So
I don't want to relate to this.
No, you won't relate to the ages in this one. I just think
Okay.
that this man is so frustrating to me. Right. So okay. This comes from Am I the Asshole? Okay, so this is an Am I the Asshole, but it comes from r/AITA_relationships.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
am I the asshole for getting mad at a woman for texting me from a Google Voice number? Right? Safety, gotta be safe. I, 49 male, matched with a woman, we'll call her lady, 25 female on a dating app.
Okay, that's not the worst.
That's
our frontal
24-year difference. What do you mean that's not the worst?
lobes, when they're under the age of 25.
This guy's
it's a little
no. This
different.
guy's 50. This guy's almost 50. He's dating. He's talking about a
Right.
25-year-old. Okay,
She's
all right.
about to get a bag. Good for her, bro.
Okay. Matched with a woman, we'll call her lady, on a dating app. We started talking, and it seemed like we were. This one's long, by the way. I'm sorry. We started talking, and it seemed like we were getting along really well. After a couple of days, I asked her for her phone number. She gave it to me, and we started talking from there. We've been talking for a few days now. Earlier tonight, we were talking, and I decided to try to call her. When I did, I realized the number she gave me was a Google Voice number. I texted her and said, "Google Voice? ? You can't be serious." She texted back asking what I meant. And I said, "Why would you give me some fake-ass Google Voice number? I don't have time for games, and I don't like wasting my time."
He's old.
She replied back and said, "It's a phone number. What's the difference?" I replied and said, "It's not a real number." She replied and said, "So?" I told her to hit me up when she's serious, and she replied with, "It's not a big deal, but okay." A couple minutes later, she texted me again, said, "Hey," insert name here, "I'm really disappointed with how you reacted to me texting you from Google Voice number. Frankly, your anger about it was a huge red flag for me. It showed a lack of trust and a level of control that I'm not comfortable with, especially at this early stage.
A simple conversation about it would have been fine, but your reaction made it clear we're not on the same page. I was genuinely interested in getting to know you, but this has completely changed my perspective. I'm no longer interested in pursuing anything romantic. I wish you all the best. End quote. One of the most mature rejections I have ever fucking heard. That's why mature and respectful. Holy shit. Okay.
Yeah.
I replied. It gets worse, by the way.
Oh no.
I replied back and said, "Baby, I can't take you serious communicating with you through a fake number. I gave you a real number, so I expected the same from you. Women play too many games over the phone and through the internet, and I'm not interested in wasting my time or effort with somebody that I don't even know is real. I need proof that you're real, otherwise it's pointless." She replied and said, "I said what I said." I love this woman.
Yeah, stand on business.
Yeah, right. Okay. I replied back and said, "Okay, I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings, but I won't waste any more time. Have a great rest of your year." She replied and said, "I'm not hurt at all. Plenty more where you came from. Obviously, I dodged a bullet." I replied back, bro, stop replying.
Oh, man. Yeah, for real.
Okay, I replied back and said, "Wow, okay." She replied back with, "Okay. Now I'm wondering if I could have handled things differently and if it was really worth getting upset about it. I need some outside opinions. So am I the asshole?"
Oh, man.
Okay.
It's too late for that. Too late for that question.
That's so funny. Okay, so I love the Google Voice number idea.
Yeah, that's a good idea. What the fuck? That's
it's
safe.
It's safe.
It's efficient.
It's safe. It's untraceable, so no scam artists can get a hold of it.
Right. No, that's smart.
You can block them, and they won't be able to try and text you from a different number. Like, there are psychos out there.
I'd be more interested if I heard that. But I just want to say this really quick.
She's smart.
He's 50 years old. He doesn't get it. He doesn't know what's happening. He has no idea. He's like,
the exact person that the Google Voice number idea is made for.
Right, exactly.
It's like, why are you texting me
He's like,
from a
what
Google
is
Voice
this?
number?
A Google number? Are you serious?
You text me from a fake number? You know I could find you, right? All right.
He probably thinks she's Chinese or something.
Right.
Like he's not even thinking about the safety aspect.
She's like, this is probably just some Nigerian prince trying to get my money.
Right.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no.
So, okay, the top comment says, "You're the asshole. Connecting with random people through dating apps is a risk. You don't know what has happened to her in the past. The way you jump to attacking instead of asking is a red flag. Right. The way you went straight to accusation is also a red flag. The line, quote, 'Baby, I can't take you serious,' gave me the fattest ick ever. It's
bro.
It's good that you thought to question how you react.
Get solved.
My god, like, first off, you're talking to somebody through a dating app. You haven't met them yet.
Right.
You're just texting. Do not.
You have no idea who these people are.
Do not call her baby.
Right.
Also,
baby,
you were 24 years old when she was born. She is a baby. Like she could. You could like the age is. She could literally be his daughter and have a grandchild. He could be a fucking grandpa. He is the same age as me and my father. Like, the age difference is the exact same as me and my fucking dad. Like, first off, okay, 49 years old. I'm not saying you can't be on dating apps.
Yeah, no, do you
be on dating apps? Yeah. But there is like a whole little like meter where you can change the age range of who you're matching with. So this is intentional.
40-year-olds don't want to be with no old ladies. I do though. So if you're out there.
But, like, this is intentional. Like, matching with somebody of that age. If this is, like, Hinge.
Correct. He can see their age.
Right.
He knows what he's going after.
And you can also set it to specifically, like, I don't want to see anybody under the age of 35. Or I don't want to see anybody over the age of blank. So, like.
They will still leak through, though. Because I have it range 25 to 30. Mm-hmm. Or, excuse me, 25 to 45. Mm-hmm. And I still see a lot of like 18-year-olds, and I'm like, please,
I think
like
it's-
fix this.
I think it's literally like Tinder and Hinge being like, look, dude, you're not getting any matches, so just take what you can get. So
But I'm not doing it, bro. I can't.
Right.
I can't be
can't.
with a girl under the age of. At the lowest I'll go at 27 right now. For those that don't know, I'll go 24, maybe 23, but I cannot go below that. I can't do it.
Yeah. So the OP doesn't actually respond to anything. Nothing. Like, I can't find anything from this person.
He doesn't know how to.
Right.
He's. I'm just saying, like
He
this
fucking-
guy. He saw a Google number and he thought, "Oh, this is a Filipino. I'm cooked." That's what he thought because he's old.
dude,
He
you
doesn't
can't
get it.
say that.
That's what he thought. He's sick. He's a sick guy.
Sure. Okay. Moving on.
He is the asshole. That's
He is the asshole. Yes, that is the big verdict. Reddit was like, dude, what the fuck? All right. So this comes from r/relationship advice. So this is not an am I the asshole? This isn't anything like that. This is just like a
Okay.
like they need
Change
advice.
the topics. Well, before that, we got to do. You know what time it is? How was your week last week?
Oh, we're doing a buffer.
Yep.
I had a very good week. I
That's
just had an interview to switch positions at my job today, and it went well. Unfortunately, the new schedule is going to be shit, but I can go to school while I'm there and do schoolwork at work. So,
Okay. That's a
and
that's a plus. That's a
they're-
big plus.
And they're paying for the school too.
That's double plus.
Right.
That's actually a triple plus.
So I will be getting my
Amazing.
criminal justice degree while working a midnight to 8 a.m. shift, which sucks, but it is my first time in a long time working 8-hour shifts. I don't think I've ever worked an 8-hour shift, actually.
They usually work like 12 or 16.
12 to 16 is my usual go-to. I'm a labor guy. But, you know,
Man,
spent some
ladies and
time,
gentlemen.
spent a lot of time with the lady this week. Went out for St. Patrick's Day. Oh, I could tell the story about St. Patrick's Day.
Ooh.
We went out in Illinois, where my lady's from, and there's this bar, and we were partying, we were having a good time, and we met up with her roommate's friends, and they wanted to go to a different bar, so we left, and they started off by they needed to go to the bathroom, so I'm waiting outside the bathroom for them, and I'm sitting with my lady and one of the friend's boyfriends, so we'll call him Jack. And I'm sitting there, we're talking, and I feel a tickle on my ear. And I kind of jolt and look, and it's this like 6'2" white guy who just tickled my ear. He's looking straight at my ear. Like nothing hit my ear that he just walked by. No, he's facing me and just poking my ear. And I just go, don't do that. Don't touch me. And he's like, and I'm like, don't fucking touch me. And he's like, whoa, chill out, dude. And then he left. And I look at Michaela, I'm like, is this what it's like to be a woman? And she's like, yeah, you fucking hated it, didn't you? And then so she went into the bathroom, and Jack went to the bathroom. And so I'm sitting outside the women's bathroom, like by myself. And another guy comes up. He's a little shorter than the other guy. He's not short, but he comes up, and he's like, what's up, man? I'm Joe. And I'm like, okay. He has his hand out like he wants to dap me up. And I just go, I'm good, bro. And he's like, what, you having a bad night? And I was like, my night is fine. Please leave me alone. I'm pretty standoffish. I'm pretty confrontational.
Yeah.
And but like, I'm like, I know where you came from. I saw the guy that I already sent your way go over there and talk to you, and now you're here. I can deduce that you are his friend.
Right.
And he's like, you should be nicer. And I was like, oh my God, I'm a woman.
Creepy.
Did I fucking did
What
I
the fuck?
turn into is this a movie where I just turned into a woman all of a sudden? What the fuck is happening? Like the you should smile more. You'd be prettier if you smiled more. Like shut the fuck, get the fuck away
Oh,
from
yeah,
me.
get the fuck out of my face.
And so he's like, you should be nicer, and I was like, you should go away. And he's like, all right, well, when my next friend comes to check in, I suggest you be nicer to him. And I was like, tell your friends to not come over here. And I'm not dumb. I'm not saying I'm going to fight them because there's 3 of them or maybe more. But I literally said, tell you and your friends to leave me the fuck alone if you all want to leave here. I have enough for all of you. I have got a 10-round extended mag on me and 7 in my pocket. Let's fucking go.
Yeah. Do you want to come back over here? Because
I didn't hear anything from them the rest of the night. For sure.
Yeah.
And I was also bluffing. I did not have my gun on me. We got wanded at the door of the bar. Like, the bouncers were not fucking around.
Right.
So I did not have a gun.
I brought a gun.
But he
in here.
did not. He left me alone, for sure. It was fucking dope. But I told Michaela that when she got back, and she's like, "Oh my god, you're such a pretty woman." And I'm like, "You fucking stop!" Like,
I tried to live my pretty woman dreams.
I tried. Like, I got turned into a fucking what's that movie? Shallow Hal. With Jack Black, where he turns into like a hot woman or something.
Oh.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's how it felt. I was like, "What the fuck is happening?" Okay, so that was my week. How was
At least
yours?
you're a baddie.
I am a baddie. That's true. I was getting hit on. Felt good. How was your week?
I also got hit on.
Oh,
My week was decent. I did go to my grandfather's funeral last week. Or rest in peace, Grandpa.
unfortunate. Sorry
Love
for
you.
your loss.
Thank you. Yeah, I hung out with family. That was really nice. I did get uncomfortable because my older cousins and my family usually talk about how attractive I am, or they say like, you're a handsome boy. What family usually says
Right.
to people. But my cousins were going a little bit, too hard. And I was like, hey, I'm gonna walk that way.
So when you said
Yeah,
you got
that-
hit on,
Yeah, by my older cousins, it was disturbing.
I don't think they're hitting. I mean, they may be. I don't know. You didn't give any details of what they said, but
Right, they were just like, oh no, you look really good. And I was like, oh, like, it started out like how you would think a family interaction is. Like, oh, you're so handsome. Like,
oh,
okay,
I bet you
thank
get all
you,
the girls. I
thank
bet
you.
you're a little lady
Right,
killer,
you know. But it's like, no, they were like, yeah,
Like,
no,
you
you
fine
look
as shit, boy.
yeah, you're fine. Yeah, like that. Yeah, it was like, okay. I'm
Okay.
gonna go over there. I'm gonna take a nap on the table. That's what I did.
Start
Took a nap
referring
on the
to your cousins like, have you ever seen The Bear?
table. Yeah.
The two
Cousin?
Italians, how they just hey cousin, just a reminder, like just to remind them.
Just
that
yell
you
it
are
out
cousin.
loud.
Hey cousin, come over here, and they're just like, you remember? Hey cousin, you remember when you said I was fine as shit, and just make everybody uncomfortable. Like,
Yeah, the party's over.
yeah, it's over. We're gone.
Go home.
All right.
But yeah, that was cool. I went for St. Patrick's Day. I did something with Tay and Kendall, which is always nice.
That's nice.
Went to this really nice bar. I had the best old fashioned of my life.
Yeah, you said that. You told me. About
I don't know if you guys have figured this out yet. Probably not, because it's probably first or second, maybe third episode. But we like whiskey.
We're big
Me and my
whiskey guys.
boy. We like bourbon. We like whiskey.
I just finished a glass of Rabbit Hole. It's very delicious. Good
Rabbit
rye.
hole. I am sipping on Elijah Craig.
That's so fucking.
All reliable.
That's a plastic bottle, dude.
It is. It is. It's painful. I ran out of Buffalo Trace, which is also pretty, hard. But
That's a hard hit to take.
we're thriving. I'm not drinking the Travelers.
Traveler's,
every day.
dude. Traveler is not that
gonna-
expensive. It's like a $40 bottle. You
Yeah,
can
it's
drink
like
it and go
$40.
get a different one.
That's true. But
But
I'd rather drink the cheap shit first. you know.
Yeah, but sipping on it, you know?
Yeah, sipping on Elijah.
Sipping
Craig.
on Elijah Craig is insane. That is
But-
blasphemy. Whiskey
And this
ginger,
is,
I
like-
can deal with a whiskey ginger.
I've
or
really
something
just
today.
been drinking Brugal for the last couple months, which is rum,
I love rum.
and that one is, I mean, it's sweet to me, but if you're not Dominican, it might not be sweet to you. But Brugal, Anejo, good. Try it. We're not sponsored by them, but one day maybe, guys.
Okay.
Send me some free bottles. But yeah, no, my weekend was cool. Hanging out with Taylor and Kendall always makes me feel really nice. Like kids in a park. So that's nice. And that's it. Yeah, I'm a pretty simple guy. Had fun. Got some Tinder dates coming up. Right, guys?
Right.
Right, show some love
Show some love.
in the comments. Let me know how to talk to women. I have no idea.
All right. So I actually So this next story, I read it already. I've read all of these already,
Right.
but I just found out that this one has an update.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna read the whole story. We'll give our opinions, and then I'll give the update. So I don't know what it is, but trigger warning for this one contains elements of sexual assault. So
Ooh.
this is from relationship advice. Also, it says
So
not-
trigger warning.
Trigger
Those
warning.
listening.
Okay. I, female 24, woke up to my boyfriend, male 26, pleasing himself with my hand. What's the right way to bring this up?
Get out. Fuck out.
Don't just go. Like I don't
Yeah,
need to read
just-
this. I don't need to read this story. I already know what it is. Leave. But a lot of Reddit stories can be solved with just like, oh, you guys shouldn't be together, or
Right.
it's either you guys shouldn't be together, or you guys should communicate. Like that's the two
Right.
solutions on Reddit that I noticed.
There's
the
no in
most.
between. It's just those two.
It's like, have you talked to them about this? And they're like, well, no. And you're like, oh, well, there you go. Okay, so. All right, I, female 24, woke up to my boyfriend, male 26, pleasing himself with my hand. What's the right way to bring this up? This morning, I woke up to my boyfriend using my hand to please himself. At first, I was very confused and a little scared. I woke up out of my sleep and saw my hand moving, and I thought somehow I had initiated it. When he finished, he smiled, laughed, and asked how long I had been doing it. In that moment, because I was extremely confused, I somehow thought I was the one who initiated intimacy. I would never do that while I was asleep. So I made a joke, laughed about it, and brushed it off. He then told me about how earlier in the morning he was having indecent thoughts, started using my hand, and how I eventually started to wake up, take control. He then went on to tell me about how this was a quote-unquote fantasy of his that he finally got to live out. Recently, he told me about his past porn addictions and how it affects him in his relationships, so I thought this situation had something to do with it. Moments later, I
too.
felt uneasy and uncomfortable, so I made up an excuse and then I left. What's the most gentle way to bring this up? This is my first real relationship, and I'm very vulnerable when it comes to this topic. I have had similar SA experiences in my past, which gives me a very unsettling feeling. I feel very used, objectified, and disgusted in a way.
You should.
We have never had a conversation about consent when it comes to sexual encounters while asleep. I've been objectified by men in the past, but never by a man that I love and trust. We've been dating for almost a year now, and I'm just not sure if I can look past this. Am I overthinking it? What's the best way to go about this situation? Call the police.
That's yeah. That's so sad.
That's a sad one, and
It's awful.
unfortunately, I do kind of have to mix in some Reddit stories that are a little sadder. They're not always going to be super funny and super easy and cut and dry. I do have to have some that are going to spark a little more discussion and a couple different discussions.
Yeah.
She did say so. This sentence brings something up. We have never had a conversation about consent when it comes to sexual encounters while asleep. That's a
How old did
conversation.
they say they were?
24 and 26. She's 24. He's 26.
First off, he's way too old. Yeah, his big age to be doing stuff like that.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, to be grabbing somebody's hand and putting it on your dick.
you need at 26, you are a fully developed man. You need to know what consent is. But the whole consent while asleep is a big conversation that a lot of people don't seem to have, because some people do are like, hey, I want you to wake me up with head, or I want you
with
to,
head, yeah.
I want you to do this. I want you like that's
why
it's a conversation that you need to have, not early,
right.
but if you're into that, you tell people.
I mean, it goes back to what we were talking about on the very first topic. Like, sex is a very important conversation. But
Right.
when you have the conversation, it would behoove you
Right.
to go over everything. Like, literally everything. What you're
Everything that
comfortable
you're
with.
into. If you have and also,
Yes.
you've been together for a year,
And-
you need to tell her these
right.
fantasies before you act them out. Like, there is
Right. What the
nothing
you
wrong.
can't just oh man.
There's nothing wrong with fetishes. There's nothing wrong with kinks. I do kink shame for sure. I'm not gonna be a fucking saint here and say, "Oh, you should never kink shame." Never. No. When it's at the expense of, when your kink is at the expense of other people, I am going to shame you, and I'm going to shame you loud and publicly. Like, if your
my
kink
girlfriend is
like,
sleeping and I'm gonna like I don't know.
right,
Please
if your
myself?
fantasy is
This
going to
is
be at the
crazy work.
expense of other people, like if your kink is like public humiliation, and you're like, I go outside naked and see how people react. No. You're exposing other people that did not consent to your kink to your kink.
Right.
That's not cool. So, like, if your
That's not right.
fantasy and your kink is, I want to fuck my girlfriend while she's asleep, talk to her about it before you do it.
Talk to her, yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
it's a
what the fuck?
relationship. You communicate. What we just fucking said, this could have all been solved by speaking and talking.
This
Like-
is a little off topic, but that used to be my biggest issues with some of our friends. And I'm sure you've gone through this a lot too, because everybody does when you have a male friend, where they're like complaining to you about what's going on, and you're
Like-
just like, bro, go talk to her.
Like, why are you talking
Like,
to me?
okay,
Go
you feel
talk
this
to
way.
her.
Did you talk to her about it?
Right.
He's like, well, no. And it's like, bro, go talk to her. Why are you talking to me? Go talk to your significant other about your concerns.
It makes no sense. Also, like, if you're with somebody that you don't feel you can talk to about certain topics, you shouldn't be with that person.
You shouldn't be with them.
Or you should get
Exactly.
therapy to
Right.
work into talking about these important things. Again,
Right.
if that's your thing, that's your thing. That's fine.
May
There's
not be your
nothing
partner's
wrong
thing.
with it. It
and
may
you
not be
can't
your partner's
confirm
thing.
until
And you're not sexually compatible. Another topic
Right.
that we've fucking gone over. If you're not sexually compatible, like if you have these kinks and you have these fantasies and they're just not willing to go into them because obviously she said that this would have been triggering for her. This is
Right.
a past experience. This is something like that, like what we said with the trigger warning, sexual assault. She's probably been sexually assaulted before. This is not cool.
right.
As long as there is consent, there is no assault. As long as
Yeah.
everything is talked about. Some people write fucking contracts before they do shit like this.
Yeah. It's a lack of consideration. It's
Right.
like you're thinking about yourself and your fantasies and what you want. And it's like you're just like, because we're in a relationship, it's entitlement too. Like, because you're in a relationship, this is what I want, so this is what I'm going to get.
Yeah, you're my
Is
woman,
insane.
so I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want.
Right.
It's insane to me. And like, how has this never come up in a conversation? If this is what you're into, and you're
Right.
talking-
Exactly. There's no way.
They've been in a
I'm sure.
relationship.
I
for-
feel like he's brought it up before, and she probably said no, and he was just like,
or
"No, let me
even,
not.
like,
Let me not assume."
if
Like,
you have a weird proclivity, like
yeah,
I want to put on a furry mask and I want her to piss on my feet or whatever the fuck it is,
Jesus Christ.
bring it up because you're an adult.
Right.
And if you're
That-
like,
yeah.
I'm not
What?
into-
26 at your big age?
At your big age and you can't bring this up? No, this is a fantasy
Crazy.
I've had. No, you were horny and she was asleep and you didn't want to wake her up. This is not a fantasy
Right.
you had. You were just entitled. And
You had a fantasy about her jacking you off while she's sleeping?
Nobody has a
how?
fantasy about being jacked off by somebody else.
Right.
Me and my lady were just talking about this. She was just like, because I had said like, oh, my wrist hurts. And she's like, from jacking off too much? I was like, no, it's my left wrist. And she was like, so? Maybe so. You like to pretend it's somebody else. Yeah, somebody who doesn't know what the fuck they're doing. Why would I want that? Some uncoordinated idiot. Yeah, no, I don't want to jack off with my left hand. No.
I want you to churn my butter, you
Also,
know?
Yeah, there's no woman that's going to be better at jacking me off than me.
That's
That's
true.
not a fantasy for you. You were just horny and she was asleep and you didn't want to do it yourself. Also, you were doing it yourself because you were using her.
You were, yeah. You're a monster. You could have just went to the bathroom.
What the fuck is your problem? I don't know. I don't know how I would feel about that.
What was the update?
Oh, I completely forgot about that. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's scroll down into the comments. Hold on. Okay, so they put the update.
See what's going on?
Okay. Where is it? It's pretty deep in here. Hold on. Update. This is from, so this was posted on RSOS Relationship Advice. And the original poster commented themselves.
Was this recent also? Is this?
This update came from 6 days ago.
Okay.
Update. Right. Thank you all to who gave me great advice, feedback, or great advice / feedback. I didn't necessarily have the courage to bring this up to him until I made this post. We had hours worth of discussion. I cried, he cried, and we discussed boundaries that had to be set if I would be able to move forward. He was extremely apologetic and ashamed. I found this to be really hard for me because I love him and we haven't had these kinds of these kinds of problems before, and we're open about things we like to try / areas of improvement in the intimate aspect of our relationship. So this was a big shock to me. Right now, I'm still unsure about moving forward in our relationship, but I feel a lot of relief that I got to talk to him about it. It was a huge break of trust. There were a few comments I'd like to address. Firstly, libido. This had no involvement in his actions. I would like to think, but I don't speak for him. We both have a high sex drive, and there has been often cases in our relationship where I felt like mine was actually higher than his, which isn't the point because I would never even think of doing the same to him under any circumstances without his consent first. Secondly, I would have been very open to this idea of waking up to it, but I didn't consent to it. I am very open to many sexual experiences, but with consent and permission. Having a fantasy is one thing, and I am not by any means kink-shaming, but it wasn't communicated to me prior at all. If we had a conversation...
people.
Right. And she's literally going over shit that we just fucking talked about.
Right, exactly.
It's crazy. It's almost like it's a normal thing to talk, consent, and communicate. It's crazy to have consent. Oh my god, it's wild.
Insane.
Okay, if we had a conversation that went something like, hey, this is something I'd like to try, would you be open to that? My response would be reasonable. Things would be a lot different, and this post wouldn't have been made. I've been sexually assaulted before in this post. Also, to make it clear, he knows briefly about my sexual assault experience and trauma, but not in detail due to it being an uncomfortable topic for me. So consent is a huge deal for me. I was vulnerable and scared because of my past. If I could choose not to feel that way, I would. But it was my natural reaction. I'll add 2 more paragraphs of this. Lastly, the gentle thing. I understand I shouldn't be gentle because this is a very serious matter. Because she said, how do I approach this gently? Which I agree. She shouldn't approach it gently at all. I think she should be very stern about it. For me, it's trauma response, which isn't an excuse. Not that he is a violent person, because he hasn't shown me that ever. But I have brought similar topics up in past sexual encounters, and there are times where I thought it would get violent, or it would overall get more aggressive. It's the people pleaser in me, and I've been in therapy to work on that aspect of my life. I felt like being gentle would help me bring this up, but I do understand that this is not a gentle matter. In the conversation we had, I was very stern and serious so that it wouldn't be taken lightly. I appreciate all the concerns and thank you so much for the kind advice, and I will absolutely be using it to try to move forward with the situation. I would also
This sounds like a very practical woman, like
Right.
a very
very understanding.
understanding, like emotionally mature. Like she's doing work on herself. This lady knows,
Well,
like
and she's obviously been in therapy. She's been
right
but she
because
just,
of
she
her
goes on to just
past.
thank the commenters and friends and family. And whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah, this is a very well-rounded person who.
honestly, amazing woman.
Right,
I don't know who
she's-
you are, but you're an amazing person.
Yeah.
I say woman, but you're an amazing person.
I hope there's another update that kind of at some point would tell us like, hey, we worked
can
it
try to
out.
check
We're
in
gonna
next
try
week.
and stay together. We're gonna I'll definitely I'll look out for this one. I'll keep it saved so that I can have the updates.
Okay.
This whole post was from 7 days ago.
Oh wow.
The update was from 6, but yeah,
Mhm.
like I would like to have an update of like, we couldn't work it out. I couldn't get past it, or hey, we talked about it again and I can get past it. This, I mean, obviously, fucking communication. Come on, dude. Like,
Right.
just talk about what
For the
you're
younger
into.
listeners, the communication is everything. Literally everything.
Yeah.
Being able to communicate effectively, also, because you can communicate in an unhealthy way.
Right.
Do it in a healthy way. Have the conversations. Don't get angry. If you do get angry, maybe tell them like, "Hey, I need a second."
Yeah.
Take a
There
step back and then
is
revisit.
no situation in a relationship where yelling is going to help at all.
Correct. Ever.
So,
Once you're yelling and you guys are just both yelling at each other, there's nothing. There's nothing.
You need to take a step back and come back.
Take a
to
step
when
back.
Your fucking heart rate is down. Like there is no situation where yelling is going to fix anything. There's no arguments are natural. Arguments are very. I wouldn't say they're not healthy, but they're natural.
It'd be
They're gonna
weird
happen.
if you didn't argue. Yeah,
Right.
they're gonna happen.
And arguments and debates are very different things. If something goes wrong and you guys are having like a heated argument about it, if it gets too heated, you need to stop and come back to it in a minute. Like you take a minute, take a breather, and then say, "Hey, sorry, burping. Hey, I didn't like this. I didn't like how you I don't like how I handled this, but I didn't like what you did." And then also another thing to bring up to the younger people: if you do something wrong, you need to be the person to bring it to them. This is completely off topic,
Yeah.
but like, your significant other shouldn't find out what you did from other people. Whether
Correct.
it's cheating, whether it's talking to somebody else, whether it's just something that broke a breach, like broke some trust or broke a boundary or whatever, you need to be the one to tell them, because
Immediately.
you're
Like,
so
well,
much more
I
likely
guess-
to salvage that situation and salvage a
Yeah.
relationship if it comes from you. Because you can be like, I made a mistake, I did this, whether it was because you were drunk or because you just, whatever happened. I don't care what it is.
Right.
If it comes from you, it's so much less betrayal than if your friend comes up to you like, hey, or they get one of those like, hey girl texts, like that women get from the
Another
woman.
important
Yeah.
word of the day. Accountability.
Yes.
Be accountable.
As adults, we need to do that. Like, because this is just
Please.
something that is.
I'm begging you
I'm
guys.
begging
please.
you, please be accountable.
Please be
It's the
accountable.
biggest fucking like killer of a relationship is not being accountable. It's the biggest killer of being a fucking adult. Like if you
Yeah,
are
not even romantic relationships. Every relationship, your work, your job, your friends, not taking accountability will catch up with you.
right.
100%.
So, moving on. This is a very unique post because the other person in the post, like not the poster, but the other person mentioned in the post responds and makes their own post. So you get both sides of a story.
Okay.
Right?
This is
That
exciting.
is-
This
that's
one,
very
yeah,
exciting.
this one's nice. We get
So,
both sides.
Am I the asshole for flirting with 19-year-old girls and defending myself when being called a predator? Yeah, we don't need to read anymore.
Yeah.
We already know
Yeah,
how it's
you're
going.
not-
And it's only going to
Drake?
get worse. It's only going to get worse for the first two
Is this
words
Drake?
that are going to come out of my mouth. The first two words of this is going to make it so much worse.
Oh no.
I'm 31
Oh, buddy, you're done.
and recently ended a long-term relationship. I was broken.
With who?
I don't
How old was she?
Okay, disclaimer. This is the one that was read on Smosh that got very, very popular. I just had to bring this one up because of the
Okay.
response post. It's fantastic. Okay, I'm 31 and recently ended a long-term relationship. I was broken. I recently went to this cool restaurant/bar downtown with one of my buddies to have a good time. Anyone of any age can come in. That's just a restaurant. That's a Chili's, like just this really cool place. I don't know if you
Applebee's.
guys have ever heard of it. It's Ruby
Yeah, for
Tuesdays. While we were there was a girl who was celebrating her 19th birthday. They sang happy birthday and they were allowed inside. They were allowed an outside cake with a 19 on it. The birthday girl was pretty, so I wanted to go chat her up. Her friends were also super cute too. My buddy told me to leave them alone because they looked like babies.
Your buddy was correct.
Listen to your fucking friend, dude. He didn't want to go over at first, but since the breakup, every other woman but my ex has been invisible. So he went to wingman with me. Dude, okay. This is a kind of a long post, so I gotta stopping. But holy shit, it's already. I'm so uncomfortable already. We walked over to wish her a happy birthday. I thought things were going well, and the women were laughing. But then all of a sudden, one of the girls snaps at me and says, "To take a fucking hint, R. Kelly."
Oh. Yeah, that's hilarious.
I was taken aback and just said, "Excuse me?" She said to read the room and that they were uncomfortable. Another one asked us to go away. I was going to, but I was really bothered by the R. Kelly comment. I said, "It's fucked up to call me a predator when we are all adults here." My buddy wanted to leave, but I stood my ground.
Oh, buddy. You should. Why don't you listen to your friend, my guy?
Oh God! And the way he starts this next sentence already kills me. The birthday woman said that said that it didn't matter. It's weird for somebody my age to hit on them, especially when they make it obvious that they are uncomfortable. Then made another R. Kelly comment by asking if she looked like Aaliyah to me, which upset me again. First off, this 19-year-old
That's a good one.
knows so much about R. Kelly. It's crazy.
she's like that, bro.
They saw the documentary.
For real.
I apologize for making them uncomfortable, but that didn't give them any right to call me a predator. One of the women, he keeps saying women. These are not women.
Right, these are little
These
girls.
are girls. Like, and
These
they're
are
kind of
little
obviously like,
girls.
dude, we're not women.
Yeah,
Like-
please back up.
one of the women was said it was a personal problem. Sorry, he had a typo and it threw me off. Said it was a personal problem. I said that adults are allowed to hit on adults. It's not a crime. One woman just asked why I was still standing there and yelled at me to go away. I was pissed off, and when I left, their entire table was singing Remix to Ignition and laughing their asses off. I was furious and humiliated.
You should have left when you had the chance.
Oh
you
my god.
dumbass.
Okay.
Oh my god.
When we sat back down, I was seething. My buddy said that it was my fault for not seeing the signs that they were uncomfortable. To him, it was
Correct.
obvious, so he wanted to go. He called me delusional. I pointed out that they were laughing, and he said it was just uncomfortable laughter. I told him that I had every right to be mad about being called a predator when they were all 18 or 19. It was a
This
horrible
sounds like my
accusation
boy
to make.
Devin. Oh, shout out Devin. Devin. Stop. Enough is enough, bro.
It's just a horrible accusation to make. My ex was 6 years older than me. He said that they weren't calling me a predator, just weird for going for teens. He said it was wrong for them to sing after me, and that was bullying, but I should have left long before that. I felt
Your
like
friend
he
is
should
a
have.
smart man.
I felt like he should have stuck up for me. Was I wrong
Nigga.
for sticking up for? Was I wrong for sticking up for me or for hitting on them in the first place? I was respectful and not creepy at all, too. Am I the asshole? Oh my God, that was so hard to get through.
Oh God.
First off, those girls are.
I want to know who this guy is. Wait a minute, but who responded? The girls or
the 19-year-old?
Oh,
She
let's
made
just
her
get
own-
right into it.
You want to just
Let's
get right into it? You don't want to.
it.
You
Yep.
don't want to. You don't
Yeah.
want to.
No, we all know what I'm thinking. Come on,
Okay,
guys.
okay.
Let's get right
Okay,
into it.
so a response post. So, this is. It's not an Am I the Asshole? It's just. We called a guy trying to hit on us R. Kelly, then we sang Ignition. He made a post here about it. Here's the original post. Or here's the post. I've never had a Reddit account before, but my journalism TA showed us it, and sometimes I'll just check the front page for news. Earlier I saw a post up that basically described my birthday dinner we had like 3 weeks ago. At first I didn't give a fuck, but now I just felt like I needed to clarify a few things. Even though I know most people called him an asshole, some people got aggy about the R. Kelly comment and singing Ignition. Was it mean? Yes, but I'm done being nice to creeps. This was not a bar. Like, in all caps. It was a bar and grill, but it was mainly a restaurant that just happened to serve drinks. We were sitting near a family that had children, so we weren't in a setting where people were going to get hit on. We were minding our own business and akikiing in the corner booth. He came and wished me a happy birthday. I said thanks, and we all went back to our conversation. I did appreciate being told happy birthday, but he stuck around. We laughed uncomfortably and went back to our conversation. He stuck around and kept interrupting us. Each time he said something, we nodded and then turned our backs to him. We said thank you, bye, a few times, but he was still standing there talking to us. His friend kept finding excuses to leave. I was annoyed, uncomfortable, and disgusted, but I gave him a respectful, okay, have a good night. Here's some cake for home, but bye. But he grabbed the cake and sat down in our booth, and he said, the night's not over yet.
Oh. Oh.
She's calling him out. She's calling him out so fucking hard. Oh my god. Okay. Then my friend just snapped. And if she didn't, I was going to. When she called him R. Kelly, she wasn't accusing him of being a pedo, but a creep. 30-year-old guys who hit on us are creepy and disgust us, point blank period. We were nice the entire time, and I gave them a million hints and cake for the road. His friend was even finding reasons for them to leave. Then he had the audacity to stand there and fight us on it. I told him that he was way too old for us, and it was creepy from the start. When he left, we started singing Ignition among ourselves, not singing it after him. It's a throwback that our parents put us on. Instead of crying over our night being ruined by a creep, we turned into a fun moment with karaoke. P.S. When he asked us our age and gave us his, we became a million times more uncomfortable. Guy was 30 trying to get 18-year-olds at a birthday party. We're used to
She
old
had
men.
just turned 19,
Right,
too.
and probably if she had just turned
this is
19, there's
crazy.
probably people in that group of friends that are still 18.
It doesn't matter. He's 30. What are
Right.
you doing with women under the age of 25?
Um,
What is happening?
We're used to old men bothering us, and it's always gross. To the if he wasn't ugly crowd, he was a decent-looking, fit guy. If never met him, I'd set him up with my aunt. But he was in his 30s, and that is way too old. This isn't porn. I haven't met a single girl desperate for a 30-year-old divorced dick. Being called legal is demeaning. Everything about it was sickening. When he came over, announced his age, then asked us ours, I almost yacked. It was like he was IDing us at a family restaurant. Fuck out of here. I'm tired of having to be polite to guys who are creepy and disrespectful. Edit. 30-year-olds aren't gross by being 30. Everyone gets older. 30-year-olds who bother to flirt during the birthday dinner are. Edit. I really appreciate the support, but please don't spend your money on gold for me. That's not why I posted, but I do appreciate it. So people
Oh, yeah,
Donate
they
and
send,
stuff.
like...
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
What a fucking legend she is.
Yeah, what the fuck? She's amazing.
She's awesome.
Shout out to that young lady.
Right.
Stay on your shit, bro.
Bro, stand your
Stand
fucking
your
ground.
ground.
Like, okay. I hate people who cannot, not just can't take rejection, but can't understand when they're being rejected.
Right. And if
Like-
your friend is saying like, "Oh man, you know, we have friends, I'm not going to say their names, but we have friends that get drunk and like when you tell them like, "Hey, you're drunk, maybe you should relax," they start to get upset while they're
They
drunk.
get a
And
little
it's like,
pushy. Yeah.
yeah, and those are the worst people to go out with. This guy, he sounds like a creep. He sounds like a horrible guy to go out with because if your friend is telling you, "Hey, you know, not a good move." Obviously, you can't read rooms.
Yeah.
Obviously, you have
And
no
they're
social
literally
awareness.
sitting there saying like, "Hey, dude, it's time for you to go." Like,
Yeah, all right. Have a good night. Have a good night means
Bye.
this
Have a good
conversation
night.
is over.
They said it multiple times, like, "Dude, bye,"
Right.
and he's
Even if they
pushing.
weren't 18, 19, anybody
Honestly, if they
says
were
have a
30,
good night.
if they were
Yeah,
30
right.
and they said, "Hey, you should go," and he's like, "The night's not over yet," I'd call the
Yeah,
fucking police.
excuse me? Right, are you serious? You might get maced.
Yeah.
If they were adults, you
If they
might
were-
have got
if
assaulted.
they were grown women, they're jumping
Right.
you. Like, they're
And
calling
they
their
as they
fucking
should,
husbands.
because they don't know what the fuck you're doing. You're just
Yeah.
here. Talking about the night's not over
The
yet.
night's
Get your
not over
bitch
yet.
what?
We've only just
Fuck
begun.
outta
She's
here.
like, "Yeah, I've only just begun my adulthood. Get the fuck away
Right.
from me.
Get out of here.
I've only just begun my freshman year of college." Like,
Jesus, bro. How long has this guy been in his career?
right.
I have so many questions.
Like, oh god, it's so crazy. Like, and obviously
fucking
you
Applebee's.
can obviously right. It's fucking Applebee's, Ruby Tuesdays, whatever. It's a bar and grill, and they were like, it's mostly a restaurant that just has.
It's mostly
a
a restaurant, bro. It was
They
just it
probably
was a
have,
regular
like-
fucking restaurant.
They probably have just like really crappy margaritas. It's just a regular ass like.
Bro thought he was
Jeez.
pulling up at the club, and there was a family of 5 right next to these.
He's
ladies.
just like, wow, they let 19-year-olds
I
in here. They're
mean,
like,
come
yeah,
on.
dude, we're at fucking Chili's. Like, why would they let 19-year-olds work here? Why wouldn't they let them? Eat
right?
here?
What are you talking about? Oh, jeez.
It's like, yeah, our bartender was 90. Like, why do you think?
He had the audacity to ask if he was the asshole after saying the age in the beginning of the post.
You don't have to. You
I
could have
mean-
said, I couldn't. I didn't have. I read so much and had to read none of it.
He
I
could have
could've
just
read
said, "Hey, I'm 30 years old and I tried to talk to a 19-year-old." All right, thanks
outta
for
here.
letting us know. We don't want you around any of our people.
Here's the thing.
Ever.
He's saying the title literally said, "Am I the asshole for hitting on whatever age?" It doesn't matter what age it is. This doesn't
Right.
matter anymore. Like, yeah, you're creepy. That's too big of an age gap to be hitting on somebody. But saying, "Am I the asshole for hitting on blank age?" and then defending myself. Yes.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Yes.
What are you defending?
If
what is
she
there
doesn't
to
want to talk
defend?
to you and you're just like, why not? I'm a good guy. Get the fuck out of here. Like, what do you?
You're right though. Like even if you take out the age,
Yes, he's still the asshole.
what are you doing?
This could still
They said,
have
"Have a
been
good night."
regular, like, this could still have been a very popular Reddit post, even if
Right.
they were the same age. Because it's
That's right.
still creepy.
Yeah.
Like, she could be 30. But, I mean, it's so much more common like that. Like, they're a 30-year-old woman and a 30-year-old man, and then a 30-year-old man just doesn't take the hint.
Yeah.
That's
And I know-
that's the age-old
I know I keep
scenario.
laughing at it, but and I know like for a lot of women, this is definitely like that's probably a terrifying situation. Like the night's not over yet. Like, excuse me,
Fuck do you mean?
you know, but like that is, oh man, I'm just trying to imagine. I'm not imagining him. I'm imagining his friend. Like
Oh
how
my
uncomfortable
God. Like,
that
okay.
guy must be.
I've been around my friends when they use a bad line.
Yes,
And it's very
it's
uncomfortable. I've heard
painful.
our
It actually
friend-
hurts.
Our good friend Deontay, very charming, handsome, tall, black, successful
Tall,
man.
Successful black man.
I've heard him use a bad line, and I have never been more uncomfortable. I think I've heard the words white chocolate come out of his mouth. And I cringe every time. I have nightmares about it. But
You still thinking
he
about
at
it?
least takes hints.
That's
And
yeah.
you say a
That's right.
line, and listen, you're at a bar, you say a line, and it doesn't work. It's the same as like doing stand up. You move on. You do something else.
You move
Go
on.
somewhere else.
Yeah.
If the joke doesn't hit, you move on. It's a bad bit. Happens. If you're a single man and you're hitting on people at bars and grills, if you're hitting on somebody at Chili's,
You're hitting on people at CC's Pizza. You should probably think about what you're doing in life.
First off,
one.
Already, I'm not a single man, but I've been a single man for a long time. If you're approaching a group of women, you're already wrong.
Yeah.
Unless they're like obviously single. But if a group of like 5 or more women and they're celebrating a birthday and they're not even at a club. If they're in a club, approach all you want.
Sure. If you're on a party boat or a party bus,
at a club, something along those lines, or a bar where people are standing and they're drinking beers and they're having fun, music's playing, whatever. But at a restaurant, don't approach anybody at a restaurant. First off,
you're approaching niggas at Cane's. What are you doing?
What are you doing, bro? Like
why are you doing that?
5. Like if she's eating alone, walk up and say, "Hey, see, it's your birthday. Happy birthday. Are you eating alone?" But there's like 5 people there, and they're all like 19, and you're 30, and you're walking up like, "Happy birthday." She goes, "Aw, thanks. That's so sweet." It's like, so how old's the rest of you? All right, we're already.
You know what? I'll give you the first. Have a good night, but the second should have been. Don't let it get to 3. There's no 3 chances
Honestly,
here.
Like, okay, because you could misunderstand the first one. You
Right.
could be like,
I'll give you that.
You could. Oh, I thought she said, "I hope you're having a good night." That could be different.
Right.
That could be different. And then she goes, "Okay, have a good night." And then you're like,
"That's it."
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm intruding. I'll go. Like, or like, how old's your mom? Fucking whatever, whatever you got to do. But
that might be why he's 30 and single. It's no offense to you guys.
It's the same thing I was thinking of with the 49-year-old on the dating app with the Google Voice number.
Right.
The 49-year-old. Like,
yeah, that's probably why he's single.
Why do you think he's single? Yeah. Why do you think he's trying to get with a woman who's 25? Yeah. 49-year-old women don't want him. I wonder why. Like 30-year-old women don't want this man. What is she? He said 6-year difference. So 36-year-old woman doesn't want him. Crazy. That's crazy. I wonder why.
Because
Because you're probably hitting on 19-year-old women. Wow, 19-year-old girls. These are not women yet. Like, let's be real.
Guys, if you're above the age of 24, 25, and you're flirting with women under the age of 20, please stop doing that.
If they have the word teen in their age,
they're off limits.
Honestly, if you're of drinking age, you probably shouldn't date anybody who
can't drink. Like, what are you doing?
Already 25.
If you're 20,
is
whatever.
Already kind of like it.
Yeah.
But like, if you're also if you like to go out and drink, you should date somebody who can go out and drink.
All right.
Not be like, I'm gonna go and buy a
sneak alcohol to your girlfriend.
I don't want to sneak alcohol to my fucking girlfriend. That sounds stupid. That's ridiculous.
35 years old what are you doing with a 19-year-old? You gonna bring her to the hotel and be like, "Hey, wait here."
I'll check us in. Don't worry, bro. She can't rent a fucking car.
She can't rent a car. She can't barely
vote. Like, come on. Like,
are you just gonna take her shopping? That might work. Sure.
Yeah. To what? Fucking Claire's. You take her to Build-A-Bear? Get the fuck out of here.
Okay. Oh my god.
So this post was 5 years ago. This was a far from recent post.
Oh, he's much older.
And the person who posted it also is not the original poster. It's apparent. So it's probably older than 5 years. But this person reposted it onto the whatever this subreddit is, r/BO relationships. I don't know what BO stands for, but that's what I got. Those were our Reddit stories for the day. That was tough.
Yeah, that was a rough one.
That was a rough one. I think I
felt secondhand embarrassment.
It's like, oh, for that guy for sure, but I don't know who's the biggest asshole.
Oh, that guy, that fucking dickhead.
You sure?
100%.
He's the biggest asshole. Not the guy who just
no.
grabbed his girlfriend's hand and started jerking him.
Yeah, no. I was gonna say he's
up there.
He's up there. But when she talked to him, he was 21, right? He's a kid.
No, he was 20. He was 26.
Oh, never mind. He's too big for that. No, he's the asshole. He's the biggest asshole. 100%.
He's the biggest one, you think?
I don't know. This guy is taking the cake for me.
What is it? Okay, so this is
disgusting.
He was 31 when he made this post, right?
Right.
And this is older than 5 years ago. What if he's the 49-year-old from the Google Voice number?
I believe it. I fucking believe it.
It's all connected.
It's all connected.
Yeah. He's just like, why are you texting me from Google Voice number?
The 49-year-old, I don't think he's the biggest asshole. I think he's just old.
I think he's
dumb.
I think he's just kind of out of touch.
Yeah, out of touch. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a nice way to put it.
Well, this was a good episode. I'm thinking it's probably good enough to be our first. But
I think so.
I think
this
so
was
for
solid.
sure. It's been a long one. But you can follow us on Instagram at Largely Garbage Pod. It's going to be our at. And we will see you guys next week.
See you guys. Like, follow, if you can, and let people know about us.
Yeah, share it. Share it with a friend. But all right, peace out.
Peace, y'all.